talk about this.
Why not?
Because it's such a pain in my ass.
And it's inescapable.
It is, and I hate that it's inescapable. And we have to mention it, because otherwise it would be egregious of us not to.
That's right.
So I assume you've seen what's been happening all over Twitter.
Oh yeah, Elon Musk bought it, and my God, I didn't think you could ruin a company that fast.
Oh my god! So did you see? So he like revamped how official accounts were being verified.
Yeah. Now you just have to pay $8.
Well, but before it was, you have the check mark that you could pay for, and then that could be given to anybody because you could just pay for it. And then there was an official logo.
Yeah.
That was basically the old check mark.
Yep.
But then within literally like an hour of that going live, it got taken down.
They combined them, and then it became an issue.
They combined them, and then it became an issue. Then there was like 1 million Disney parody accounts. And Nintendo accounts. Yeah. And several Elon Musk accounts.
Several stock prices drop because of tweets made on fake verified accounts.
Oh, it was so funny, but it was so god-awful.
How did he... It's like everyone was like, this is going to happen if you do this, Elon. He's like, no, it won't be fine. And then it happened.
Surely people won't abuse this. Oh no, they abused it. Honor. So, it's really annoying because eventually I think he will overall do good things for Twitter.
You think so?
I think, and hold me to this, but I do. I think he will. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff like this happening in a couple months, but I think it might be an overall positive thing that he bought Twitter because what he talks about that he wants to do are mostly good ideas. The way he might go about doing it is not what we would think of or stuff like I obviously this was a bad idea, right? Being able to pay for your thing. And this was a bad idea. This was a bad way of doing it. But the reasoning behind it and why he wants it this way is like a net positive for Twitter. He wants all the bot accounts gone and all the verifiable info to be coming from actual sources.
Perhaps.
Like that is all good stuff. So I am interested to see what he does with it. Now,
I don't think Twitter is going to exist by the end of the year.
What? There's no way.
It's going to be a fucking graveyard, or he's going to kill it completely.
I don't think so. I think
fired
Twitter,
everyone who's running the site.
Okay, he did fire. This is gonna be a long intro. He did fire. This should have been its own topic. He did fire everybody, right? He fired a lot of people, or let them go, or whatever, however you want to call it. But he obviously thinks the way Twitter was being run was incorrect, and so why am I going to keep the people on that are going to run it incorrectly?
I think
now
it's wrong,
I know. I know fans are thinking I'm an Elon Musk stan by defending him, and I'm just trying to think of it like logically, right? If I think this company is not run correctly, why would I keep the people that have been running it incorrectly?
I suppose.
Now,
but you didn't have any replacements lined up.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this how I would have done it? No.
Did you hear? He fired all the programmers based on how many lines of code they wrote.
Yeah.
And now he's in trouble with the government. What was it, the FTC?
Yeah. I also just really like the interaction he had with, who was it?
Wow, the author.
The author, yeah, I can't remember his name now. Stephen King. Yeah, and he's like, Stephen King's like roasting him. He's like, I'm not going to pay $20 for a verified account. They should be paying me. And Elon's like, all right, how about $8?
and then he stuck with it. He really made it $8.
Yeah, he did. He dropped it down to $8, and he's like, say what you will, leave the platform or whatever, but it's still going to cost $8. Oh man, stuff. You got to admit, stuff is certainly happening over at Twitter.
Dead sight. He killed it.
Listen, I don't want to have to go to Mastodon or Tumblr or anything.
I looked at Mastodon, I'm lost. I'll accept Tumblr, but Mastodon? No way.
I just can't be bothered. I like Twitter. I like the interactions. Twitter is one of the better social media sites.
Yeah.
Or at least it used to be. We'll see how it comes, but like, I certainly am not going to be a mainstay user of Reddit. That's cesspit.
You're going to have to return to Tumblr with me.
I have to join Tumblr.
Yeah. You were never on it.
I was never on it. I skipped that phase.
Never made the
I guess I was never a part of that phase. I didn't really skip it. But anyways, enough about Elon. Maybe as more things develop, we'll do a larger topic about this.
Yeah.
But with that, welcome to episode 51 of You're Ridiculous.
Whoa!
It's been a week.
It sure has.
A week break. We needed it. We gave you a couple of longy episodes. We had to recoup, recharge the batteries.
That's right. We rocked your world.
That's true. We did. The first ever video footage of Wolf and I.
That's right.
At least that has been branded to this account. There's
been
been other footage. I was going to say, we've been on the internet before. But, that was one of our better showings.
Yeah.
Surely. We talked about it was the 1 year anniversary episode. If you missed that, you gotta go back and watch it.
That's right. Yeah, it was a special Halloween episode, too.
It was 1 year anniversary, Halloween episode, 50th episode.
Yeah, it was everything.
It was everything you could want and more. But enough about that. That's gone. That's done.
Done-a-rooney.
Unless you rewatch it, then it's stopped. This week, we're going to be talking about Netflix's recent stop-motion movie, Wendell and Wild.
That's right.
And that's it.
Yeah. And then a question of the week.
Yeah, question of the week is from Rainie, as always, who's not here. She's doing baby things. Just Wendell and Wild this week. A short one to give you a reprieve from such our long episodes.
Yeah. Give you a chance to catch up.
What is Wendell and Wild? And why should they care?
Wendell and Wild is a stop-motion animated movie about a girl named Kat, whose parents died as a child, and she was sent, it ruined her life, etc., etc. And now she is at a new boarding school, and she has to use magic-ish to defend it. Less than magic, more devil worship to save it.
More satanic powers.
Yeah.
Or I guess demonic powers is more accurate.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It was pretty okay. Everyone was raving about it on Twitter, so I was like, I better check this out. And then I watched it, and it was just okay.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't even heard anything about it until you mentioned it. I didn't even know what it was. However, I'm a huge fan of stop-motion movies.
Yeah.
I think they're really fun. But yeah, this was just okay.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It does. It looks great. The stop-motion is fantastic. The music in it and sound effects, really good. The SFX, whatever.
Yeah.
Story was... The jokes were great.
Oh, yeah. Pretty fun.
The jokes were really good. But the story was just like... It was whatever. But the reason I think it's important to talk about this is because we can't always talk about the best things.
Yeah.
We gotta warn people.
Warn!
That's more dramatic than this movie deserves. We have to be fair to all the types of media out there.
All right, we watched it, and it didn't blow our minds, and we're still going to talk about it.
That's right. So, what didn't hit about this movie for you?
The third act just took a fucking left turn.
Yeah.
Like, where he started,
I think that's where...
I'm following along, I'm on board, and then everything just changes out of nowhere. Like, they ran out of time. It was like, time to end the movie.
Yeah, that's honestly what it started to go down in, like, end of the second act for me. Maybe in the middle of the second act, actually, but, like, definitely at the end. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? I had just had so many questions, not even, like, confusing questions about the plot or anything, like, why did they do this? But it's more like, why did the writers do this? I have more, like, overarching questions.
Yeah, like, at the beginning of the story, right? So the inciting incident of everything is that she bites into her candied apple and a double-headed worm pops out. And that is never, ever, ever mentioned ever again. I thought they went into, like, her The part where she's like fighting her metaphorical demons to like get over the curse. I was like, I thought they were gonna address that. Like she was gonna go back and see what actually happened and be like, wow, that wasn't my fault. Some freak shit above my pay grade happened.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, that was Wendell and Wild, but that did not happen.
Yeah, I think it's like, I guess it was Wendell and Wild, but it also entirely doesn't matter what or who it was, and that's what bothers me.
Yeah,
like, there's no point to it.
Like, I guess I could, like, put it together that maybe the doll, the bear thing, the Beelzebub caused that to happen because they wanted a Hail Maiden. But it's never addressed. It's never talked about.
Right. Yeah. And it felt like it was a necessary cause for the effect that they wanted, but they didn't think about what the cause would lead to. You know, they needed some sort of reaction to happen for her to, or some sort of reasoning for her to scream and get that reaction out of her.
Yeah.
But they didn't like ever plan to like use that ever again.
They did not.
No. So yeah, that was super weird.
Which is funny because they didn't have to die in this tragic car accident. They would have died a week later in the big fire.
Yeah, exactly. And also, her parents dying it doesn't really matter. She just ends up going to a boarding school, which she very well could have gone to anyways.
Yeah.
And
I guess she does want to bring them back to life, sort of. She's real on board with that real easily.
I suppose. I mean, like, obviously, it does matter, but, you know, only halfway.
Yeah.
But yeah, right, because they would have died in the fire anyways, which is really stupid. Oh, we're gonna kill them now, so they're not gonna die later. We're gonna kill them now. Drama. We're gonna kill him now to give our main character guilt and trauma.
Yeah, that's right. It wasn't enough. She had to be an orphan. She had to blame herself for it too.
She has to blame herself and feel regret for 5 years.
Indeed, and the way she got over that regret, kind of lame. There were like, that's something you like, I feel like the character has to talk about it. They have to show their emotions about it. Instead, she just like beats up her metaphorical child self, then befriends it. And boom, all her trauma is solved.
Yeah. Also, she was like, what, 6 or 7 when that happened?
Yep.
I don't think she would remember it the way she did in the movie.
Yeah.
Like there's no way a 7-year-old would be able to process that and like remember it clearly as it happened and not be a complete meltdown.
Yeah.
Like she was like, you know, she did suppress a lot of stuff and like that, but there's no way a 7-year-old would be able to like remember that and harbor those guilt feelings that this was my fault because I screamed.
Because there was a double-headed worm in my candied apple. If anyone killed the parents, it was the candy apple seller.
True. It was the vendor that she ended up meeting later on in the movie too.
Really? I didn't know
that was the same one. Yeah.
Amazing.
It was the one that sold her like that food that Wendell and Wild wanted.
Going there demanding answers.
Exactly.
The fuck was with that apple?
So, another thing, and this was towards the end, this was in the third act, how Buffalo Belzar just decided that he was okay with all his sons, like all his children and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I had never stopped to question why you guys wanted to make this ride. And not that you were just trying to upstage me or whatever.
Yeah. He like comes to the living room acting like he's about to destroy the whole town for no damn reason when his beef is with Wendell and Wild.
Yeah, nobody else. He doesn't know any of the other members that are there. And he's just like literally about to like blow up and nuke this shit show of a town. And then it's just like I forget one of the characters was just like, have you talked with them?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, no.
Yeah, by the way, here are all your children.
Yeah. The fucking maintenance man, it just captured all his kids.
Yeah, they all tried to leave and he just yoinked them right up.
I thought that was kind of funny though.
It was.
I like that part. I just didn't like how it happened and came out. Also, the movie was split in 2 like subparts. it was like the main character trying to resurrect or bring back her parents back to life with these demons. Yeah. And then randomly there's this other like subplot of these two parents causing the fire and trying to bulldoze this shit show town.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They have, I forget who the parents' names are.
I forget their name, but yeah, they're like, they had a prison. They make prisons, and they want to make another prison in this town that's got nothing left in it.
Yeah. And people want to save it for some reason.
Right, there's like nothing to save. Let it go.
Nothing left. Apparently, like at the end you find out that because the future that Cat can tell that the town will become something.
Yeah, if they did all that, of course it would, but...
Yeah, if they rebuilt it from the ground up, it'll be great.
Literally the entire town population got wiped out in one fire. And the big scandal is that the company intentionally caused the fire.
Right.
I get what they were trying to do, but they didn't fit it in right.
The Claxons.
Yeah, the Claxons.
Lane and Irmgard Claxon.
Claxon.
Oh, what a name.
She looks like Cruella de Vil.
She did. Look like Cruella de Vil's sister. What did we like about the movie? Because it's not all negatives.
Yeah. I like the visuals, of course. I liked Wendell and Wild.
Yeah, they were So, why is the movie... Our main character is Cat, right?
Yeah.
Why is the movie called Wendell and Wild and not, like, Cat and the Demons or something?
Cat, Wendell, and Wild.
Yeah, anything. Reference Cat.
Netflix said no.
She's the main character. They had to brand Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele.
Yeah. They were carrying the whole thing.
They sure were. Them and their fucking hair cream. Also, one of the most random things about the movie.
The hair cream that also brought people back to life.
For a short period of time. Not forever, though. Oh, surely that won't work.
I like how, like, one rub of the cream brings them to life for, like, an entire day. But then from then on, they were like, now you gotta apply it, like, every few hours.
Right. And, I want to know why eating the cream got them high. Like, how does that work? I liked, funny enough, I liked the cast a lot.
Yeah.
So, obviously it has Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele. They're great. It also has James Hong.
Wow.
Who I've said on before. He's the Poe's dad. In
right. The goose.
Yeah, the goose. He's great. And I wasn't super familiar with the rest of the cast, but I really like their voice acting. So, hopefully they do more things.
Yeah.
Because they were good. I liked them a lot. All the voice acting was really good. And one thing I liked was how appropriately I felt they dealt with Raul.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was really nice, right? Do you want to talk about that?
Sure, yeah. Raul is an openly trans character. And I liked seeing them. They weren't hated by their community. They weren't rejected by their community. And they were just
Which was nice to see.
Yeah.
Because that's often not the case, unfortunately.
And he was even in like a religious setting, and they still accepted him.
Yeah, the boarding school is like mostly run by nuns and a father, or priest, or whatever.
Fucking
so
demon hunting nun.
Yeah, so that was really nice to see, and I think you obviously said it well that they're stuck up and snarky ex-best friend, the Claxon girl, didn't hate them. Right?
Yeah.
Didn't hate him,
and they didn't fall out because Raul was trans. It just they didn't mesh.
Yeah, they fell out for other reasons, but they kind of ended up like, fixing things at the end.
Yeah.
I guess they got like driven apart partly because of their parents.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Anyway,
his mom was like trying to prosecute her parents for murder.
Yeah, and obviously like Raul probably believes his mom, and then Claxon girl probably believes her parents.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like still be friends with someone like that when your parents are so against each other.
Then she did a Google search of what private prisons really do, and she had a change of heart.
Yeah, she did her research. I'm not gonna make that joke. Never mind.
Gonna get us canceled.
I was gonna make a bad. You know what? Never mind.
Don't even into it.
I'm not gonna. One day we'll have like a private episode where I say all the jokes I'm not allowed to say on air. We'll start a Patreon for it.
They pop out 10 years later, Shane Dawson style. We get revealed.
Oh no! You're gonna have to find a new co-host, Wolf.
Oh no!
You gotta pull Rainie out of pregnancy life. You two gotta carry on. You gotta carry on the show without
the baby's
the
new host.
No, he's not. Over my dead body. So, as a whole, what did you rate Wendell and Wild?
Like a solid 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5. I thought you were gonna say 6, actually. I rated a 5. I'm glad I watched it, but I will never watch it again.
Same, yeah.
You know, it was nice. It's a real, if you want to watch just like good stop motion and good voice acting, then give it a watch.
Yeah.
It was also like fun that we watched it somewhat close to Halloween.
Yeah. It came out at a good time.
Yeah, you know, even though Halloween had already passed, like by the time we watched it, at least, the spooky season isn't entirely over. Fall is like spooky season in general, so it was nice. Not that movie was particularly spooky, but it had like demons and zombies and stuff. So. Yeah, 5 out of 10.
It was a booger, and it made me cringe just looking at it. It was so detailed.
Yeah. Like, Belzor blows like the snot wad.
Yeah. And then he touches it, and he's playing in it.
Yeah, he's like...
gagging.
Oh, yeah. It was very, very detailed. It was really cool. Oh, I really liked when Raoul's painting gets revealed.
Oh, yeah.
That was really
the
cool.
Rooftops, and it made
that was so cool.
mural.
That was awesome. That was a great shot.
Yeah.
Really cool. Probably one of my favorite scenes.
That one paid off.
Yeah, that was good. I thought it, because like you see in the beginning that he's painting the house, and I thought it was, or the roof, and I thought it was just his house.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Right, later on you reveal it's all of them. It's like, oh, that's so cool. What a good build up.
Indeed.
So yeah, it was a fun little watch, but nothing I need to watch again.
That's right.
All right, not too much to say on that one, but you know, let us know what your thoughts were.
Indeed.
Let us know why we're wrong and why we're never wrong. I've never been wrong in my life.
That's right. Except about Elon Musk and Twitter.
We'll circle back to that. I can't wait for like a year from now where we're on Mastodon.
Oh man, I'll be lost. I'll be like Lauren using anything.
Lauren trying to click a mouse.
She didn't know how to I was talking to her today. We were talking to her. She didn't comprehend refreshing a page.
Yeah.
She needed help.
Those of you who remember our friend Lauren from episode 13.
Wow, you remember the number.
I do, well, because it's the first and only guest episode. It was also our game show episode.
It is indeed.
That was a fun one. But we have a question of the week from Rain.
That's right. What game do you think will receive the Game of the Year award?
So as far as we both know, the Game of the Year award nominations are not out yet.
Yeah. Not
public. You can't nominate anything. But we both have a guess as to what we think the Game of the Year award will be.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go first because I want to look smart. And I don't want to just agree with your nomination if we have the same one.
Okay.
So, I have okay, I think it's going to be Elden Ring.
Ah.
Right? I don't think that's a shock to anybody. I think Elden Ring, with the amount of hype it got leading up to it, and then the amount of praise everybody had during its like highest peak of play, and what people are still doing, in Elden Ring and still playing it and still having a good time.
Yeah.
I think it would be, and how good it looks, first of all. I think it would be like a bit of a disservice for it to not even be on the nomination board, which it will be. Even if it doesn't win, it's going to be on there. It's going to be one of the most voted categories or games. I think it will win. However, I have a sleeper pick to win.
Sleeper pick. Taking all the options.
Okay, well, if you agree with me, feel free. But if I could like pick what I think deserves, like, if I could pick which one would win, it would be Cult of the Lamb. I think it might be on the nomination category. It might get voted, but I think it's almost impossible that it will win.
And I also thought that was going to win Indie Game of the Year.
It very well could, yeah. Which is another reason why I don't think it'll win Game of the Year, because everyone is expecting it to win Indie Game of the Year.
That's right.
However, it is running up against Stray.
True. It might get ousted by Bendy and the Dark Revival. That is dropping, to everyone's surprise, this Tuesday.
Oh, a late submission to the Game of the Year.
That's right.
Indie Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Well, it's got some steep competition.
It does indeed.
We'll see how it holds up.
Yeah.
But what is your vote?
I said for Game of the Year, I think Elden Ring is gonna be like nominated, but I don't think it's gonna win Game of the Year due to bureaucracy.
Wait. Can I guess what you're gonna have?
What?
Do you think God of War is gonna win?
I do indeed.
I knew it!
You know how last year, Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year despite everyone being like...
Yeah, which was bullshit.
Torn about it. I think that same thing's gonna happen, but in the reverse. Elden Ring isn't gonna get it because of how the game studios felt about it. There were a lot of people, game developers, throwing shade about it, about how there's no HUD, and how the lore is all hidden. You have to go look for it.
Yeah, which is exactly what the gamers like about the game.
Yeah.
They like that the game is not spoon-fed and held your hand.
That's right. I'm fucking watching God of War. Atreus is shouting the answers to the puzzle every 5 seconds. Like
talking about his wet socks.
That made me laugh so fucking hard.
It was so funny. We'll do, for those listening right now, we're going to do our own episode about God of War, probably in a week or two. Rain is going to be on that episode. Although she might not know it right now, but she will be there.
Indeed. Did the second Horizon Zero Dawn come out this year?
Yeah.
I think that one's got a chance too.
Absolutely does. It definitely has a chance. Horizon. New. I forget what it's called.
New Horizons.
New Horizons. Horizon Zero Dawn sequel. I forget what it's called. It's Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, Forbidden West. I was way off.
One of the most forgettable names I've ever heard. However, I am like in the middle of playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Really good game.
Wow.
So, and I've heard that this one might be better than the first one.
Ooh.
Actually, I've heard that it is better for those that have played both.
Nice.
So yeah, that's a good sleeper pick. Actually, I forgot about that. I forgot it came out this year. There's so many games that have come out this year, and so many of them are mid.
I only remember it because a couple episodes ago, we were like making a tier list, and I was like, nah, that one's not that great. And then I described it, didn't realize that was the game, and was like, that one's good.
Yeah, I remember that. That was so annoying, too. You're like, it's not this game. That's not what I'm thinking about. And then it was. Oh, man. So, let us know if you agree, disagree, got your own spicy takes, sleeper picks.
Yeah.
We might actually do our own like nominations for all the categories once they're fully realized and released. Every now and then they change them up.
Yep.
So we'll probably do one of those ourselves. And you've heard the first couple picks of ours.
We're gonna be right on every level because we're geniuses.
We're so big brained.
Universal.
Especially with me about Twitter. So, that will surely not bite me in the ass later to come.
Surely.
It's mostly just me, like, holding on to some copium because I don't want to switch platforms.
Fair enough.
I like Twitter. I enjoy Twitter, so I don't care what anyone says.
Facebook sucks. Instagram sucks. MySpace is dead.
Yeah.
Tumblr is...
To Tumblr...
They allow nudity again now. So that's something.
The one thing holding it together. Listen, MySpace has been dead for years, all right? Nobody's going to bring that back.
Perhaps.
American Instant Messenger, nobody's used that for years.
Oh, yeah.
AIM. I knew somebody that,
Is that what that
called
stands for?
Yeah.
Wow. Learned something new every day.
Wait. What do you mean?
I thought it was just called AIM.
Oh my god. I was just going to say, it's you. I'm like, I knew somebody that called it AIM.
Everyone didn't call it that.
No. Everybody I know that called it AIM. Who the fuck calls it AIM?
Because it spells AIM.
No. It's an acronym.
I guess.
I just say AIM.
Because I didn't put together that it was an acronym. I thought it was a word.
All this time you thought AIM was just the word?
Yes.
Like Twitter?
Yes. Hop on AIM. Like you hop on Kick. You don't call it KIK.
It's not an acronym.
Apparently not.
I'm going to beat you to death. Oh my god, you're the one that's plaguing this universe. Calling it AIM. So I guess, yeah, now you've learned that AIM stands for American Instant Messaging. Oh. And, nobody wants to use Zoom. I guess that's a different thing, but...
Go on Zoom and use it as social media. I hop into random Zoom conferences and ask age, sex, location.
Listen, you can't replace Omegle when it still exists. Alright, Omegle's still there and it's still thriving.
I guess.
For all the, 13-year-olds that still use it.
For the lols.
And the 29-year-olds that shouldn't be using it.
The Shane Dawsons of the world.
You're gonna get a lawsuit against Shane Dawson.
I'm gonna get a cease and desist.
Yeah, you already bad-mouthing him twice this episode.
I can't help it. He never shows his face on the internet, now he's on my mind.
He's got the audacity to crawl out of his hole.
I know.
Oh, I saw something about him the other day, but I really didn't want to read into it because,
I can tell you all about him. He keeps making his damn way into my life. Podcast.
Doesn't Lauren still like him?
I don't think anymore. She used to. She was a huge fan.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. It does show. That's unfortunate, man. All right, well, before we get canceled and a cease and desist against us, Wolf, why don't you wrap this episode up?
All right, I'm Wolf, wrapping things up. Thank you for watching episode 51 of You're Ridiculous. If you liked all that, be sure to hit the subscribe and plus button and hit the bell so you get notified of the next episode. If you watch us on a regular podcast website, be sure to give us 5 stars and hit the plus so you get notified of the next episode. You can follow us across the internet, the main cast at ridiculous_cast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow Lucas at 7AngryWasp with an E on Twitter and Instagram.
That's me.
And you can follow me at Rainbow Does without the W, all in all kinds of places. We hope to see you all again next week. Say goodbye.
Follow them on Mastodon.
No!
Goodbye.
Don't make me go to Mastodon. Goodbye.